Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers August 2. What Luna finds at Poppy's pad. On the August 2 episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers tease that Luna makes a shocking discovery at Poppy's old apartment. Could this implicate her in Tom Starr's death? Meanwhile, Steffi and Hope put Finn in the middle of an awkward situation. Over in Monte Carlo, Brooke and Ridge bask in their love amidst the beautiful sights. It's a special B&B day on location that you definitely want to see. Lost letters. Luna Lisa Yamada just finished telling Katie Heather Tom to back off of her mom Poppy, Romy Park. She was adamant that Katie's accusations about Poppy being a murderess were outrageous. Luna probably thinks Katie is just jealous. However, when Luna returns to the apartment she and Poppy used to live in, she finds something shocking. It looks like the letters hidden in Tom Starr's Clint Howard backpack. If Luna has time to read them, the fact that Tom claimed to be her father should stun her. Not only that, but how did Poppy wind up with the letters? The last time we saw them was when Hollis Evu Chambers discovered them at Il Giardino right before he was found dead. How did she get her hands on them? Surely, that doesn't look too good for Poppy. Love on vacation. Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, has Ridge, Thorsten K., all to herself in Monte Carlo. Of course, Ridge is committed to this work, but Brooke will get him to unwind and enjoy the beautiful surroundings. If you love and love B&B on location, some romantic summer scenes to remember should begin today. Steffi Jacqueline Messins Wood was left behind to hold down the fort in LA, which means more awkward interactions with Hope and Ika Noel. Once Finn, Tanner Novlin, encounters both of them, expect to see tensions bubbling over. The mid-afternoon sun filtered through the tall windows of Forrester Creations, casting golden patches on the elegant office floor. Luna, the newest addition to the design team, was on a mission. Her usually calm demeanor was replaced by an air of urgency as she navigated through the bustling hallways. The day had started ordinarily enough, with the usual frenzy of fittings and fabric selections, but a cryptic text from Poppy had changed everything. "Meet me at my place ASAP. I've found something you need to see," it read. Poppy, a close friend and confidant, was rarely this enigmatic, and her message left Luna with a sense of foreboding. Arriving at Poppy's pad, Luna hesitated briefly before knocking on the door. Poppy lived in a chic loft in the heart of downtown Los Angeles, a stark contrast to the chaos she usually thrived in. The door swung open and Poppy stood there, her face a mixture of excitement and fear. "Luna, come in quickly," Poppy whispered, glancing nervously down the hallway. Luna stepped inside, her curiosity piqued by the unusual behavior of her usually composed friend. The loft was dimly lit, the heavy drapes drawn to block out the bright afternoon sun. Poppy led Luna to the living area, where a large wooden trunk sat in the center of the room. It was old, its surface marred by years of use, and it seemed out of place among Poppy's modern furnishings. "I found this in the basement of the building," Poppy explained, her voice trembling with a mix of excitement and fear. "I think it belongs to the previous owner, but it's what's inside that's important." With a sense of trepidation, Luna approached the trunk. Poppy handed her a pair of gloves, and Luna's heart raced as she lifted the heavy lid. The hinges creaked, and the musty smell of old wood and time-worn secrets filled the room. Inside, nestled among layers of old clothes and forgotten trinkets, was a small, intricately carved box. Luna gently lifted it out, feeling the weight of the secrets it held. She set the box on the coffee table and carefully opened it. Inside the box, there were letters tied with a faded ribbon, old photographs, and a worn leather journal. Luna picked up the journal, her fingers tracing the initials MS embossed on the cover. "Who do you think MS is?" Poppy asked, leaning in to get a closer look. "I don't know, but there's only one way to find out," Luna replied, opening the journal to the first page. The handwriting was elegant, hurried, as if the writer had been in a rush to document their thoughts. The entries were dated decades ago, detailing the life of a woman named Margaret Spencer, Luna read aloud, her voice trembling as she uncovered the story of a young woman entangled in a web of love, betrayal, and deceit. Margaret had been involved with someone at Forrester Creations, and her entries hinted at a scandal that had been buried for years. As Luna continued reading, a name jumped out at her: Eric Forrester. The entries suggested a clandestine affair, one that had ended in heartbreak and mystery. Margaret's final entry was particularly chilling. "I fear for my life. If something happens to me, the truth must come out." Luna and Poppy exchanged shocked glances. The implications of this discovery were enormous. If Margaret's fears had been realized, then someone at Forrester Creations might have a dark secret buried in their past. "We need to find out what happened to Margaret," Luna said, her resolve strengthening. "And we need to do it quietly. If this gets out, it could destroy lives." Poppy nodded in agreement, her eyes wide with the gravity of their discovery. "I'll help you, but we need to be careful. Whoever is behind this won't take kindly to us digging into the past." The two friends spent the next several hours poring over the letters and photographs, piecing together the puzzle of Margaret Spencer's life. Each new piece of information brought more questions, and the picture that emerged was one of a talented, ambitious woman who had been silenced before her time. As the sun set, casting long shadows across the room, Luna and Poppy knew they had only scratched the surface of this mystery. They needed more information, and that meant going back to Forrester Creations and digging deeper into the company's history. The next day, Luna arrived at work with a new sense of purpose. She navigated through the bustling office, her mind racing with possibilities. She needed to find out more about Margaret Spencer and her connection to Eric Forrester, but she had to be discreet. If someone had gone to great lengths to keep this secret buried, they wouldn't hesitate to do it again. Luna's first stop was the archives. She spent hours combing through old records and files, searching for any mention of Margaret Spencer. Finally, she found a file labeled Spencer M. It was thin, containing only a few documents, but it was a start. The documents revealed that Margaret had been a designer at Forrester Creations in the early years of the company. She had been talented and ambitious, but her career had been cut short by her sudden and mysterious disappearance. There were no details about what had happened to her, just a note that she had left the company abruptly. Luna's heart sank. She needed more information, but it seemed like the trail had gone cold. She was about to give up when she noticed a name on one of the documents: Dr. John Finnegan. He had been the company doctor at the time of Margaret's disappearance. With a renewed sense of determination, Luna decided to track down Dr. Finnegan. If anyone knew what had happened to Margaret, it would be him. She made a few calls and managed to get his address. It was time to pay him a visit. The drive to Dr. Finnegan's house was filled with a mix of anticipation and dread. Luna didn't know what she would find, but she knew she had to see this through. As she pulled up to the house, she took a deep breath and prepared herself for whatever lay ahead. Dr. Finnegan was an older man now, but his eyes were sharp and filled with a lifetime of stories. When Luna explained why she was there, he hesitated, his face clouded with memories of the past. "Margaret Spencer," he said finally, his voice heavy with emotion. "She was a remarkable woman. It was a tragedy what happened to her." "What happened?" Luna asked, leaning in, her heart pounding in her chest. Dr. Finnegan sighed, his gaze distant. "She was in love with Eric Forrester, but their relationship was complicated. She found out something she shouldn't have, something dangerous. She came to me for help, but before we could do anything, she disappeared. I always suspected foul play, but I could never prove it." Luna's mind raced as she processed this information. Margaret had discovered a dangerous secret, one that had cost her her life. And now, decades later, Luna and Poppy were on the brink of uncovering it. "Do you know what the secret was?" Luna asked, her voice barely a whisper. Dr. Finnegan shook his head. "No, but whatever it was enough to make powerful people nervous. Be careful, Luna. The past has a way of resurfacing when you least expect it." As Luna left Hector Finnegan's house, she knew she was on the edge of something big. The mystery of Margaret Spencer was far from over, and the truth was closer than ever. But with danger lurking in the shadows, Luna would have to tread carefully. The secrets of the past were about to collide with the present, and the fallout could change everything.